Hey y'all, it's the Putting You On podcast. I'm going to put you on. Today is Thursday. So we are going to spill the tea, and I'm going to let you guys know what's happened this week. Things you might know about, things you might not know about. Quick little bits. Here we go. On Monday, people started preparing for the Rapture. For Tuesday,
Rapture trip tips. I recommend you go out and buy a couple fresh packs of undies to wear for the next month. Throw all the old underwear away. Imagine after you've been harpazoed, your clothes float back down. You don't want someone's last impression of you to be your old underwear. Paul should have said, may your whole body, soul, and spirit and underwear be without blemish until the coming of the Lord. Rapture trip tip number 3. Other possible options to leave messages behind. Save a note as a screensaver on your phone. Carry a folded piece of paper, a note in your pocket. Pre-write letters and keep them in your purse or backpack. A way to help prepare people that you might go missing because you're harpazoed without looking crazy is to leave subtle hints during conversation. How about brunch this Sunday? That sounds great. I'll be there. Well, unless Jesus calls me up and I get raptured.
Tuesday, nothing happened. Actually, that's not true. A 12-foot statue appeared on the Capitol Mall of our President Trump and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein holding hands. 12-foot bronze, gold statue. Oh, it was great, but by Wednesday, it had vanished. The United States Park Police quietly removed the provocative bronze sculpture around 5:30 a.m. The removal violates a permit issued by the U.S. Department of the Interior, DOI, the Secret Handshake, the group that claimed responsibility for the installation. The statue is authorized to remain on display across the Capitol on 3rd Street between Madison and Jefferson Avenues until Sunday at 8 p.m. Documents reviewed by the Daily Beast reveal the DOI is also required to notify the artist at least 24 hours before the statue is removed for any reason. They got a permit from the U.S. government to put the statue up. That's how stupid our government is. Okay. Here's something else that happened. About 1,200 immigrants held in Alligator Alcatraz are now missing. Family members cannot locate them, and their names have disappeared from ICE's online database. 1,200 immigrants that were held there have now just disappeared, and there's no record. This is something that not America would do. This is something that you would see a foreign country that works under a dictatorship or fascism would do. It is here. It is alive. This is like watching any dystopic Orwellian movie. We are living through it. It's happening now. 1,200 people have gone missing from there. It's not a new season of Lost. When a government can't tell you where 1,200 people went, what the are we talking about? I'm waiting for the real nutcases to say, oh, they were raptured. Something else that happened this week. Trump proved that he was an idiot. Again. Yeah, he was talking about Tylenol, acetaminophen, which he couldn't pronounce, and then went ahead and told women, you should just tough it out, because if you take Tylenol, your kid will have autism. We'll watch it together so that you can see just what I'm talking about. But also, really quick, I have to add, Donald Trump's biographer says the president's wild autism claims and proves something even one of his oldest political aides once admitted. The president is an idiot. Let's watch.
There's something artificial. They're taking something. And by the way, I think I can say that there are certain groups of people that don't take vaccines and don't take any pills that have no autism. That have no autism. Does that tell you something? Is that a correct statement, by the way?
There are some studies that suggest that, yeah.
Okay, he just made a statement and asked, is that correct? And who's he turn to? The aging beef jerky stick behind him.
Very careful with what he says, and he should, but I'm not so careful with what I say. But you have certain groups, the Amish as an example, they have essentially no autism. First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol during pregnancy, can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good.
By the way, I sped this up because he talks slow.
Not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good. For this reason, they are strongly recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy unless medically necessary. That's, for instance, in cases of extremely high fever, that you feel you can't tough it out, you can't do it. I guess there's that. It's a small number of cases, I think. But if you can't tough it out, if you can't do it, that's what you're going to have to do. You'll take.
He's telling women not to take Tylenol when they're pregnant because it'll have their child will come out with autism. You know what? I wish his mom had not eaten so much Tylenol then. What the hell did we just hear? And he's telling women, if you can't tough it out. Republican women, Democrat women should just be pissed and not listen to another thing this moron says. So now they're starting to control what you can put in your body as well, right? Okay. Now we definitely have to do an update on my boy, Luigi Mangione. Okay? Luigi Mangione, judge tears into Bondi's Twitter-crazed goons. Good. A federal judge has warned the Justice Department that it will face sanctions if it violates Luigi Mangione's right to a fair trial, something it may have already done. District Judge Margaret Garnett, based in Manhattan, alleged in an order Wednesday that the social media posts of two high-ranking DOJ officials who were parroting a claim made by President Donald Trump that Mangione is guilty may have violated a court rule. God, he just gets better. The judge ordered federal prosecutors to advise Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche that the department could face financial penalties or contempt of court findings if any future violations emerge. An attorney for Mangione, 27, flagged a pair of posts to Garnett in a motion filed earlier this month. The offending posts were made by Chat Gilmartin, a deputy director in the DOJ's Office of Public Affairs, and Brian Neves, Blanche's chief of staff. So what they're trying to do is bar them from being able to seek the death penalty because of Bondi's PR stunts with this. And I do know that they did dismiss 2 terrorism-related charges to the case, which is awesome because it wasn't a terrorist attack, please. And that's even if he did it. So we'll wait to see on whether or not they do remove the capital punishment from this case. A federal trial date, though, for Mangione is expected to be set in December. If convicted, prosecutors have indicted that they will pursue the death penalty. So we'll see if it gets taken off the table or not, because they will try to go for it. God, he just gets better, doesn't he? Oof. Okay. Here's something else that happened. Tuesday night, we saw Jimmy Kimmel hit the airwaves again. Yes, he is back on. But he was not broadcast everywhere in America. No. See, Sinclair is a company that owns other companies, and, well, they wanted him to pay out, I don't know how much it was, but they wanted him to give a large donation to Turning Point USA and to Erica Kirk, which is ridiculous. So we'll see how long he actually sticks around and which states actually get to view him. All right, moving on. So something else that happened. The DHS, Department of Homeland Security, they put out a new banger deportation promo video, and they used Theo Von in it, but they never asked him for his permission, and he did not approve, and he demanded that the DHS remove the video. And they did. Because they just used a quick clip of him saying bye and adding it to it, which makes him look terrible and takes everything that he was probably saying bye to out of complete context. It is kind of fucked up. Well, it's actually really fucked up. Now, Rolling Stone magazine wrote an article on it, and here's what they said about it. Theo Von slammed the Department of Homeland Security for using his viral comedy clips in their promotional videos for deportations. On Tuesday, the DHS shared an upload that opened with Von saying, "Heard you got deported, dude. Bye." The moment was clipped from a longer video, which includes the critical context of the podcast host meeting a fan who asked if he could record a video for a friend who had been deported. See, the context matters. They just clipped him, and what he was doing was making a funny video for a fan whose friend was deported, and then they took that and ran with it. The DHS and official White House social media accounts have been attempting to capitalize on viral trends to promote the mass deportations occurring across the country. In the video, Von criticized, for example, the clip is followed by scenes in which people are being handcuffed and transported for deportation. It brags about the removal of 2 million people in 250 days and includes a clip of Donald Trump saying immigrants have simply stopped coming. In late July, the White House tried to jump on the Jet 2 holiday commercial meme, which features Jesse Glenn's 2015 hit single Hold My Hand to promote U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement deportations. The caption read, "When ICE books you a one-way Jet 2 holiday deportation. Nothing beats it." It accompanied a video of multiple men restrained in hand and leg cuffs being deported. Conveniently, the ICE agents' faces were blurred out, but not the people they detained. If the goal is to make Trump's administration efforts look cooler, less sinister, their memes are only doing the opposite. This post honestly makes me sick, Glenn said at the time. My music is about love, unity, and spreading positivity, never about division or hate. It's amazing and it's scary because you don't have control. I'm grateful for it, but at the same time, it's very lawless in that world. People can make whatever they want, Von told Rolling Stone in 2023. This fear of losing ownership or control over his viral content. We've created an environment where one thing that gets out there can make it so that that's all you are. And the fact they're doing promo videos like for mass deportation, like it's just gross. You'll see.
Heard you got deported, dude. Bye.
They simply stopped coming. They're not coming anymore. We're getting a lot of credit, but they're not coming anymore.
I mean, they are making promo videos for ICE that are cruel, that are not funny. They think they are. They even, this video, the music that they used, all that, they're trying to be funny, and it's not. But this is their way to normalize this and to get you to look at immigrants as less than. It's a simple normalization tactic. And another way to spread propaganda faster, and it's much more digestible to people. Well, to those who have no souls, or empathy, or heart, or love, or, you know, human compassion, or, you know, any kind of understanding. And of course, these aren't the first videos that they've put out like this, but to sit there and go ahead and clip someone and put them in a video like this without asking them for their permission is pretty wild. But again, the point is the cruelty. That's the point here. And good on Theo Von for finally saying something. Jesus Christ. Now, here's the thing I will say. He didn't keep it under wraps, right? He didn't go direct, like, he went on X and he posted. He said, yo, DHS, I didn't approve to be used in this. I know you know my address, so send a check. And please take this down and please keep me out of your banger deportation videos. When it comes to immigration, my thoughts and heart are a lot more nuanced than this video allows. Bye. He even used the bye. Now, Theo Von was a Trump supporter, okay? He was there at the inauguration and all that. So I'm glad that he's speaking out, but it is kind of sad what's happened to that whole comic community. I mean, I do stand-up comedy, and it's just weird how there's this like little tribes that have grown within that community that are politically based. And really, when I say the community, I'm talking about it's Austin. It's just the Rogan sphere. So good on Theo for speaking up publicly. Fuck the DHS. This is Thirsty Thursday, just a little quick little tip of what, you know, what's happened this week. Come back tomorrow for Friday's Fool. And then Saturday, I'm going to do Silly Saturday. I'm going to cover some stuff going on in the comic community, but also maybe something that'll just like lift our spirits and stuff. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, if you like what I'm doing, I would so appreciate you hitting subscribe. Thank you so much and have the best day. Bye.